Hello and welcome to the Greenside Super League season review awards video for season 2023-2024. I hope you really enjoy it. So what we're looking at this season was overall leagues, first, second and third. And if we go all the way back to 22-23 season, AC McClure came first, 2023 Jamie Foster came second and Samba Petta third. We also have leader and halfway for Greenside Super League, Champions League 1, Samba were the previous winners, and for Champions League 2, the Full Monty 57 were the previous winners. And then following that one up, we also had the Full Monty 57 as cup winners for the season 2022-23. Other prizes that were up for grabs, we've got the Royston Spoon, obviously, last man standing. So that's the furthest in the overall cup. So everyone in there, the best that we've got. And current record on that is John Bell, and he got round to the round of 16,384, and that was in the 21-22 season. Got highest weekly score and lowest weekly rank. That's me, 164 points, 208 low rank. And we've also got 10 Manager of the Month awards. So how do we get started? We went straight into the Champions League. Group 1, 2, 3 and 4, you can see that just down at the bottom. Every now and Ben Dodson knows I'm not going to go through them all. You know who you played, and let's press on. How did it finish? Champions League 1 Group 1 finished with Every Now and Ben, Dalton Owls and Upperthorpe Massive all going through to qualification. Every Now and Ben going automatically through to the quarters and a playoff for second and third. Group 2, Luke Staniforth, Haven't Got a Clue, Callum's Kickers. So Callum Sharp there doing really well in the first half of the season, and Badger Attack in third. Duncan Donuts, myself, RD Lodgers and Craig, I'm Not So Easy Be qualified in Group 3. And in Group 4, the Full Monty 57, Jenks 11 and Pez FC qualified. So this is how the rounds turned out, with the playoffs. We're leading into the round of 8, the quarters. So there was a draw between myself and Chris Perry, and I won on most goals scored, so I went through there. I'm Not So Easy beat just overtook Gents 11 to qualify through to the quarters. Richie Hallen beat John Bell, and finally Upthorpe Massive beat Callum's Kickers. So that took us through to our quarters. And go through the quarters myself, first of all. Then Haven't Got a Clue, Dunkin' Donuts beating Badger Attack, and Upperthorpe Massive. In the semi-finals, myself against Luke. Luke took a very narrow 1-point win there, and Dunkin' Donuts were beaten by Upperthorpe Massive, giving us Haven't Got a Clue versus Upperthorpe Massive in the final. For the final, Haven't Got a Clue got 77 points. Upperthorpe Massive got 30. Luke Staniforth was the winner of Champions League 1. And he played a bench boost in the final, gaining an extra 11 points. Actually, a very, very good rank of 8,141. And it was the same week as Lockyer had his heart attack. Just a little bit of extra information for you. So winner of Champions League 1 for 22-23-24 season was Haven't Got a Clue. Well done, Luke. So we're back up to around Christmas time. We've got the halfway leader, which also was Luke. He was onto a really, really good season there. Not too far in front of Kingdom and Whale. Myself, Rogers, Dodger Lodgers, Upthorpe Massive and Dunkin' Donuts were all up there within sort of 50 points or thereabouts of the league leader come halfway. We can have a look at the Manager of the Months for the first half of the season as well. Unsurprisingly, haven't got a clue, coming in with August and December, as we've talked about already, a very, very good start to the season. Badge Attack, Pez's FC and Jenks 11 taking the other 2 Manager of the Month awards for the first half of the season. So Champions League 2, again, I'm not going to go into all the different groups. You can have a quick read. Your name, I'm sure, will pop out and you can understand which group you're in if you don't already remember. So we finished in Group 1. Surprise, surprise. Luke up in first, qualifying first in both first and second Champion League. Full Monty 57, Dunkin' Donuts are also through in Group 2, and it is Champions League 2, not 1. Kingdom Umbueo, Upthorpe Massive and Samba. For Group 3, FC Bison, Fight and Win and 1 Point Anchors all got through. Really close in the lead for the top spot between the 2 there. But 1 Point Anchors just squeezing through 51 points. And also AC McClure on 24 points for just not scoring enough points in FPL to make the difference. Group 4, again, actually a very close one. Bobby Ewing, John, in first, 2024, Jamie and Polish Eski in third. Ben, smallest stalwarts, also probably disappointed not to qualify this time round. So we know who's qualified. Let's quickly go into another little mini celebration. And this one's celebrating the Last Man Standing Award. And this season, that went to Jamie Foster, Team 2024. And he actually managed to get down to the round of 512. So the last 512 players out of the 11 million or so that were playing this season in FPL overall, which is an absolutely awesome feat. The really funny thing is, he didn't realise, so I rang him up. I said, do you know? He's like, no, what are you talking about? So anyway, yeah, hasn't got a clue. Jamie Foster, play the game, score as many points as I can do, and I'll beat you all. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back to Champions League 2 after celebrating that little win for Jamie. We've got our playoffs there and the format of the draw. So onto those scores. Fight and Win progressed over Ben. 1 Point Anchors lost to Christoph. Petter, beautiful Monty 57. Dunkin' Donuts were beaten by Upperthorpe Massive. Quarterfinals. Haven't got a clue. Have progressed. Again, an absolutely awesome season. They're into the semis. We've got the Kinder Mumbueo also going through to the semi-finals off the back of this. Samba beat FC Bison, and finally Upperthorpe Massive beat John Condo Bobby Ewing. So there's our semi-final lineup. With Haven't Got a Clue moving through to the final, and Upperthorpe moving through to the final this time round of Champions League 2. And the winner was Luke Staniforth. Haven't Got a Clue. Again, super congratulations. 2 Champions Leagues and a winner at halfway so far, and 2 Managers a month. Your dad's going to be so happy reining the money in. So what other mini celebrations can we just talk about at this point when we're celebrating success? It gives a bit of jazz hands there. Manager of the month for the second half of the season, we've got Ben, Kinder Mumbueo, Haven't Got a Clue, Luke, not another one. That's 3 Manager of the month. And Badger Attack coming in with the last 2 Manager of the Month awards on a massive attack, and very traditional for Richie to come strong just at the end of the season. Nice weekly score that was achieved by Samba. He did that in Champions League quarterfinals, I think it was, with a rank of 25,809. The lowest weekly rank this season was Bobby Ewing. That was only a score of 80 points. However, rank of 3,299. So well done, both of you guys. Neither of you beat my lowest rank or top score, which is fantastic. Thank you very much, record holder. Less so celebrations this time round. Let's talk about the old Fingers and Toes Club. Loads of entries. We had that really dodgy game week 27, I think it was, but also game week 11 was a little bit tricky for some. But we also had a really new competition. And this was a high five gang. High five! So anyone who doesn't get over or achieves 10 or less, and there's quite a few of you in there, highlighted in yellow as being the high five gang. But one last highlight we've got as far as Fingers and Toes Club is there was 2 teams who entered it twice this season. So Ben's Blues 57 and also Nigel Staniforth, Wawa. I will call out here that Ben, I do believe, has been doing his GCSEs this season. So a lot of his poor performances because his head has been in the books concentrating on those exams. So fingers crossed, only a couple of weeks before those results come through. Really final edge of the season. I think we've only got a couple of things to talk about from now on in, and one of those is Cup. And we went into pre-qualifying with the Cup there, and those are the teams that either did or didn't get a bye. Again, not highlighting everyone, but through Badger Attack, Samba, Upperthorpe Massive, Ben's Blues 11, Hardy Rogers, Wawa, 2024. Hanging on with that thought. McAllister, and we also had on the other side Jenks 11. Haven't got a clue. 1 point anchors. Laurel Wanderers also 113 points. And Kinder and Wayo fight and win. I'm not so easy beat. And Bobby Ewing all got buys. So this is our lineup then for the round of 16. So Badger Attack were the first through. They beat Haven't Got a Clue. Cheers all around for that one. We couldn't have him winning 3 surely in one season. So Badger went through there. Second through was myself. I scraped through 60-54 over Craig. McAllister beat Samba. So that's Michelle beating Petter, who were partners, lived together over in Amsterdam in the Netherlands. We've got Fight and Win through. Every Now and Ben. Kingdom and Bueo got through there as well. Ben's Blues 57, they got through. And finally, 1 point anchors made it through to the quarters. How do we progress on this one? Kingdom and Bueo through, beating myself out of the quarters. Boo Hiss. Badger Attack through there, beating Every Now and Ben. Fight and Win through against Gareth. And then finally, Michelle through against Ben's Blues 57. There's our semis. Badger Attack going through, and also McAllister through, and a really sort of nice, easy flow from McAllister all the way through to the final there. How did this one finish out? Badger Attack 90 points. McAllister 67. So that sort of gave Badger Attack the win. So well done, Richie. But I made a little bit of an admin error and I sort of took Jamie out and then put Jamie back in. It was a bit of the okey cokey going on. So this is actually how it would have happened if Jamie was in and had not sort of replaced him in the draw. It all sort of makes sense. Bear with me. So we progressed through to the quarters and through the semis and would have ended up being in the final against Michelle. No change down at the bottom part of the draw. And if that had been the case, which is a true case, without me messing up mid-season with my admin, Jamie would have got beaten by Michelle. So as you can see with my face right over it, but it does celebrate McAllister winning and the cup there. So as FPL Cup goes, absolutely champions. And because of my poor admin skills, what we've got is 2 winners this year of the cup, and those will go down in your history as well. So well done both of you. Well done Michelle, and well done Richie. Royston Spoon, that one went to Callum's Kickers. Callum's Kickers did well at times, but forgot his login at some point, and that was that. I think the surprising point here in the fact that Callum was our lowest team, and for a junior member, I think the first time he's played as well. Some really good game weeks. His dad was second bomb. Now the point being is that his dad was really playing, and his son lost his login details for the second half of the season. Make of that what you will. Callum's Kickers, Royston Spoon, Achievers for 23-24. So it's the top 5. This is it. This is where we finish. So what do we have? I've got some stats here as well that I'm conveniently blocking on the graphic. But in 5th, we've got Tommy Upthorpe Massive with 2,493 points and an overall finish in the top 100,000 of 86,932. Well done, Tommy. Loving a bit of Haaland there as well. Luke dropped from grace ever so slightly, played his chips maybe a little bit too early, and ended up in the overall league down to 4th. But still a great season, and top 50,000 is certainly something not to be sneezed at, and an overall performance in all leagues and everything, Champions League, exceptional. Jamie Foster came in 3rd. Again, Jamie was, I don't know, over 1 million at halfway this season, and just turned it around and really clawed back to, as you can see, a top 15,000 results, and really from 1 million or 1 million or so at halfway time. It really just goes to show the fact you can get the right players, the right tactics, and you can make progress, even if you think you're halfway through the season and all is lost. It isn't. Richie Hallam, fine result by Richie Hallam. Again, always there pushing it at the end of the season. Overall rank of 12,284. And also, he is really stingy on his transfers. So his hits, he only got -4 on his hits. So he's only got a -4 point on his cost transfers. He's such an accountant. Anyway, this tracked from this year's winner, one of our new managers for this season. So Lee Newbold, Kingdom Bueo, incredible time. I think you actually got into the top 1,000 of overall players, which I think all of us who play would go like, wow, just for 1 week. But sincerely well done for a quite fantastic score, 2,593. A fair whack ahead of any competitor, really. It's that rank in the top 5,000 which really is pleasing as well. So extremely well done. And 23-24 overall champion, Kinder Mombueo. So time for a wrap up. Apologies first of all, just having a little listen to the recording from last night, part 1. Really difficult to put some enthusiasm into telling you how a draw's progressing. Yeah, they go through as well. Smashing. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. A little bit of a wrap up then, and forward look to 24-25 season. So we're going to start with a new name first of all. Grenoside League, Super League out. We've come in with a new, more widely Yorkshire phrase, just tinkering than ours. And obviously that's the response to your partner when they ask you what you're doing on your phone, or the hours of the evening of the football season. And of course, you're just tinkering. So that's the new league name, and login details for that will be out shortly. Talked about the fantasy challenge. So we are going to run a league there, and it's going to be called Chuffed to Bits, because if you win that, of course you would be. I'd also just like to highlight that the Champions League 1, Champions League 2 and Cup competition, all of their naming rights are in discussion at the moment. So you never know, maybe some new sponsorship coming through for those particular opportunities to win. We're going to do away with the winner at halfway prize. Reason for that is that the winner at halfway tends to be a first, second or third finisher. So they're getting rewarded. So I think, well, let's get rid of halfway and we can use that money either to enhance some other prizes or maybe tempted to do a little head-to-head league. Again, sort of just using Fantasy Premier League as a method to work it all out for us. You don't have to change anything else with your team. You're just in a head-to-head league as well as the normal sort of league that we do. And it runs in the background. So something to sort of discuss over the next couple of weeks, and I can put that in if we need to or if people want to. What else have we got coming through? Yeah, so we're going to keep the website going. I'm going to rein back some of the information that's on that and really just focus on the Champions League, making sure that you guys have got all of the fixtures, the results, currently league tables for each of your different groups. So we know how that's progressing a little bit more rather than trying to be everything to everybody. If you want to know how the league's going out, people, how you're doing compared to other people, you can just go on that Fantasy Premier League website to see that. So I don't need to replicate it. So we will do that for the Champions League on the website. And then final new thing that I want to have a go at this year is podcast. So yeah, just thinking, because I've never done it, a bit like the website, never done anything like that before, so it's a real good learning experience. But do a podcast rather than send out a weekly review just on a WhatsApp group so you can read it. Maybe just something that we can push out for, I don't know, maybe half an hour's worth of listening or watching if you're going to watch video. And we'll just play around with it on that and see how it works out. I'd like to try and commit to one a week. Maybe record it on a Tuesday, have it out on a Thursday. But again, it's all new. Just got to see how that goes. Gareth said he's going to help in with that, and we'll just have chats. So that's how that is. Not much more to say. Season kicks off Friday the 16th of August. 6:30 kickoff deadline, I believe, on that one. Some new rules just to think about as you go off and start playing with your teams. You can now carry over up to 5 subs opposed to the normal 2, and also you don't lose those if you play your free hit or your wild card. So yeah, it is as it is. There's also been a few changes to the way that the bonus points are earned, depending on who scores a goal and things like that, which I've never ever got interested in. I've always been just interested in my man getting the extra bonus points and hopefully being captain at the same time. And then final message for you all is, one, thanks for playing. Looking forward to a really, really good season this season coming, and get tinkering.